Why is it that so many guys over 60 are doing literally everything right? Logging those daily miles, sweating it out, only to wake up one day and realize they're losing their physical independence anyway. Hey guys, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a massive blind spot in aging and fitness. We all have that creeping fear, right? The fear of becoming a burden, of not being able to keep up with the grandkids, or just struggling to get out of a damn chair. You probably think your daily walk is bulletproofing you against this. But what if I told you there's a hidden saboteur stealing your leg strength right under your nose? Don't sweat it though. By the end of this explainer, I'm going to reveal a doctor-recommended secret weapon to rebuild your legs after 60. It's a single, simple movement you can do right in your living room. But we got to keep the actual name of that exercise under wraps for just a minute while we look at what's really going wrong. So why is walking failing your legs? Man, it sounds crazy, right? Guys over 60 are diligently getting their steps in, lacing up those sneakers and hitting the pavement day after day. You are putting in the work. But here's the thing. The source data shows that despite all those miles, guys are still terrifyingly losing functional strength and balance. It's kind of like pouring water into a bucket with a massive hole in the bottom. You're doing the work, absolutely, but the results just aren't sticking when it comes to keeping your legs strong and sturdy. And, well, that brings us to the uncomfortable truth doctors aren't telling you. The core premise we're breaking down from our source material today is just this. Walking every day is simply not enough to guarantee your physical independence as you age. Period. I know, it's a bitter pill to swallow, especially if you've been banking on that daily neighborhood stroll as your ultimate retirement health plan. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. The Great Walking Myth. Let's figure out why that daily stroll isn't the magic bullet we all thought it was. Now, don't get me wrong here. Walking is absolutely fantastic for cardiovascular health. It's great for the ticker. But as the data shows, it's a cyclical, repetitive movement with a really low mechanical load. Rebuilding muscle, on the flip side, that requires a high load. It literally needs a specific, forceful stimulus. Because walking is just that low-load, repetitive motion, your body adapts to it super quickly. And once it adapts, it flat out stops receiving the stimulus needed to actually rebuild muscle tissue. You're cruising on autopilot, but your muscles, they're basically falling asleep at the wheel. Which leads us to Section 2, your hidden muscle enemy. It's time to meet the biological antagonist that's stealing your leg strength right under your nose. The medical term for this thief is sarcopenia. According to the source material, this is a phenomenon that really kicks into high gear around age 60, causing a progressive loss of muscle quality. I want to be super clear here, guys. This isn't just about looking less buff at the beach. This is a serious, scientifically documented decline in the actual quality and function of your muscle tissue. It's the biological reality of aging, and it is coming for your independence if you don't fight back. So the crucial point is how sarcopenia actually attacks your body. It goes straight for your type 2 or fast-twitch muscle fibers. These bad boys are responsible for explosive strength. They're the lifesavers that fire off when you trip and need to react instantly to prevent a nasty fall. But here's the kicker. Walking does not activate these fast-twitch fibers significantly. No way. You could walk 5 miles every single day and still experience a massive decline in your balance and end up with incredibly weak quads, simply because that low-intensity stroll completely misses the fast-twitch fibers you desperately need to stay upright. Let's shift gears and bring this science into your everyday reality with Section 3, the ultimate independence test. Have you ever felt that slight hesitation when trying to stand up from a deep, comfy chair? Maybe you find yourself needing to lean way forward, kind of rock back and forth to get momentum, or, and this is the big one, you have to push off your knees or the armrests with your hands. The science tells us this isn't just you getting a little stiff. That need to use your hands is a massive early red flag. It's literally the canary in the coal mine, signaling that you are actively losing your functional strength. All right, enough with the doom and gloom. It's time to unveil the doctor-recommended weapon in Section 4, the secret muscle builder. This is the solution we've been teasing since the start. This sit-to-stand movement. Sounds almost too simple, right? But the research from the medical community is crystal clear on this. In geriatrics, this exact movement is used to evaluate frailty and fall risk because it does something walking absolutely cannot do. It integrates your muscular, neuromuscular, and balance systems all at the exact same time. It's a full system diagnostic and a highly potent exercise rolled into one incredibly effective package. Listen up, guys. How you do this is everything. Let's break down the mechanics of the perfect ascent. First, sit on the edge of a firm chair. Plant those feet slightly wider than hip width apart and turn your toes slightly out. Now here's the secret sauce. Cross your arms tightly over your chest. This completely eliminates any cheating. You can't use momentum from your hands or arms. You are forcing your leg muscles to do all the heavy lifting. Then, push hard through your heels and rise up in a smooth, controlled manner, taking about 2 to 3 seconds to get all the way to the top. Now, what's really interesting about this next part is this is where the actual magic happens. The secret to muscle growth is the eccentric phase. That means the way down. True functional strength is built in the descent. Once you're standing, you don't just flop back down. You gotta lower yourself slowly. We're talking an agonizingly slow 3 to 5 seconds until your backside gently touches the seat. You're forcing those fast twitch fibers to fight gravity every single inch of the way. And that brings us to a massive warning straight from the source. Never drop down into the chair. If you get tired and just free fall those last few inches, you are making a huge mistake. Dropping down totally eliminates the muscle building benefit of that eccentric phase, and worse, it sends a nasty shockwave of stress right into your joints. You've got to control the descent all the way to the cushion. Once you've mastered the main events, the source material offers some game-changing upgrades in Section 5, bonus moves for legs. These will accelerate your results right from the living room. First up, seated leg extensions. You can literally do this right while watching TV. While seated, simply extend one leg out straight and hold it completely locked out for 3 to 5 seconds before lowering it. This simple isometric hold recruits those dormant, inactive muscle fibers we talked about earlier. It essentially bulletproofs the neuromuscular connection, acting like a high-speed data cable between your brain and your quad muscles. Next up is seated marching. While sitting tall, simply lift your knees up toward your chest one at a time like you're marching in place. This movement is a sneaky powerhouse. It improves your hip mobility, which gets super tight as we age, and it actively retrains your nervous system to lift your feet higher when you walk. And that, my friends, is absolutely critical for avoiding those devastating trips and stumbles over uneven sidewalks. Let's bring this all together in our final takeaway. Autonomy is functional capacity. True physical independence isn't about counting your daily steps on a smartwatch. It's not about the sheer miles you log. It's about your functional capacity, your raw ability to stand up, to turn around, and to support your own body weight under complete control in literally any situation. And this brilliantly illustrates the whole point of our explainer today. The source states that your body retains the ability to adapt and grow stronger even at an advanced age. It just needs the right stimulus. That is a massive message of hope right there. You are not destined to just waste away or lose your autonomy. You can rebuild those leg muscles faster and better, no matter your age, as long as you swap out the low-load myths for the right high-load stimulus. So, I'm going to leave you with this final climactic challenge. Can you stand up from your chair right now without using your hands and with full control? I want you to test your independence right this second. Give it a shot and then drop down into the comments and let me know your results. Did you crush it or do we have some work to do? If you found this explainer valuable, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to join our community so we can keep bringing you the best smart aging explainers out there. Stay strong, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.